Open enrollment is just around the corner. Here's a big update on ACA medical insurance and the premium tax credit for 2026. Hi, it's financial planner Sean Mullaney. Let's discuss. So many of you know that 2026 is a year of scheduled change and flux and questions about ACA medical insurance plans, premium tax credit. So let's break it down. I want to dispel two myths that are out there about the changes in the year 2026. The first myth that's out there is that ACA premium tax credits are going away. That is false. ACA premium tax credits remain in 2026. But here's what's going away. The enhancements that we've had for the last 5 years to those ACA premium tax credits, those are scheduled to go away in 2026 if Congress does nothing. And oh, by the way, Congress may do something. Okay, let's break that down. The big worry that a lot of folks have is the elimination of this 400% of the suspension of this 400% of federal poverty level cliff. It's a real issue, and especially if you're early retired, you want to do some thinking and some planning about it. But that said, I want to be crystal clear here. Early retirees, if they can keep their income low enough, absolutely can still qualify for substantial premium tax credits in the year 2026 and going forward. It's not that the credits are going away, it's that the enhancements to those credits are scheduled to go away. And there's a chance Congress might, at the 11th hour, keep them or keep a version of those enhancements. So that's the first myth. Second myth. The changes in 2026 are going to derail your early retirement plan. All right, so this one's an odd one. It's essentially saying this one and only one expense, medical insurance premiums, are enough to derail your early retirement plan. Well, wait a minute. Early retirees have all sorts of expenses. One and only one expense is enough to, break the camel's back. Are we sure about that? And I also just looked to some history. For 7 years, from 2014 through 2020, the rules that are going to be in place in 2026 on the premium tax credit were the rules. Millions of Americans back then were on ACA medical insurance premium tax credits, okay, and qualified for them. Now, does this mean that an increase, and potentially a substantial increase on our medical insurance premiums is not a problem? No, sorry for the double negative. It means that the increase, net of the premium tax credit is a financial planning issue, and it's one which we shouldn't approach with fear. We should approach with the idea that we're going to find tactics and strategies to help optimize for this situation, manage this situation, and obtain better financial outcomes. But we're not going to be driven by fear because we're not going to fear one and only one expense in the year 2026. What we're going to do is we're going to do our research and we're going to take proactive action to obtain better financial outcomes, all right? But I'm highly doubtful. I'm just so skeptical of this notion that this is going to derail your retirement. One expense in the year 2026, that's enough to derail your financial plan for early retirement. I don't think so in most cases, if not all cases. You got to do you, but come on, it's one expense. All right, let's start talking about practical approaches that can help optimize for tax planning and premium tax credit planning and keeping our medical insurance planning or premiums lower in the year 2026. And I've got two paths I like sort of in this general area that I think are constructive and are going to be for many early retirees good paths to explore. So the first path is a combination of a bronze ACA plan in 2026 with lowering income, and there's tactics we can employ. So bronze plans are going to be, I think, very popular in 2026 during this late 2025 open enrollment season. First of all, by signing up for a bronze plan, you lower the pressure on this issue. By lowering that premium, you're lowering the pressure and the magnitude of any sort of problem that's going to obtain from not getting a premium tax credit or getting a smaller premium tax credit. Second thing you're doing is you're opening yourself up to a deductible HSA contribution. The rules changed in the One Big Beautiful Bill. So starting in 2026, all bronze plans will qualify as high deductible health plans. Fancy way of saying you get to make a deductible HSA contribution. That's going to be helpful. That lowers income. Lowering income could get you below that 400% of federal poverty level cliff. It could get you an increased premium tax credit if you're already below that threshold. So that's going to be helpful. It also sets up a tax-free pot of money with which to pay your medical expenses, so that, as you're paying medical expenses, you're not creating income to fund those things. That's helpful. So I think that's going to be a really solid path for a lot of early retirees. Bronze, and then employing tactics and strategies to lower income to increase premium tax credits. So that's one path. The second path is a new path for many early retirees, and it's the Catastrophic ACA plan. And here what we're doing is we're not looking to lower income because we don't qualify for a premium tax credit, but that might be a feature, not a bug. So let's think about a catastrophic plan. In September, the government came out with a little noticed new rule. It says that you can qualify as having a hardship and thus be eligible for a catastrophic ACA plan if your income is above 400% of federal poverty level. So what you could do is sign up for a catastrophic plan, and now you've got an out-of-pocket maximum on in-network medical expenses. And in theory, that's what medical insurance should be. It should just be an out-of-pocket maximum. Now, in the United States, medical insurance has become distorted in so many different ways, different video. But I like this catastrophic plan for a lot of retirees or early retirees. Now, I will say this. Your premiums are going to be lower than a bronze plan, maybe not as much as you might think, but it could be 20% or 30% or more lower in premiums. So you've decreased the pressure there. And by the way, the catastrophic plan also qualifies for an HSA contribution just automatically going forward. So what you could do is you could say, well, I'm going to focus more on tax planning. I'm going to reduce my premiums. And now I've got a deductible HSA I can contribute to, get a tax deduction there. And because I'm not worried about 400% of federal poverty level or any income level for premium tax credit is just off the table. So maybe I do more Roth conversions, and maybe I do Roth conversions sheltered by that HSA contribution. That's going to be another potential path. So, I step back and I say, look, this situation's in flux, but fear is not the right answer, okay? I don't care how much, oh no, premium tax credits are going away. It's going to derail your retirement. All right, stop it. That's not what's going to happen. What's going to happen is they're likely to be lower, and you have at least two potential paths that can help you optimize in this particular situation. One of them is the bronze and tactics to lower income. The other path is the catastrophic and lower premiums. I think they're both valid paths. You got to do you. You got to explore that. And I'm not here to say those are the only two paths, but I'm here to offer constructive educational information so that in a changing environment, we can rationally and without fear assess the situation and come up with the best tactics and strategies for ourselves. So let me know what you think about this ACA medical insurance, premium tax credits, the changes in 2026, what might happen before 2026. It's an evolving area, and I think we can all do some learning and planning here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please mash that like button and subscribe to my channel. I will see you next time.